But yeah, man. Oh, but nah, I won't gonna make it, but it is what it is. Hey, man, ain't no need to, ain't no need to duck around it. Though, so we got some shenanigans to
Yeah,
talk about. We don't even have some just some stuff to talk about. We gotta get down to the business, man. It's a lot going on right now, man.
a
It's a
lot
lot
going
going
on.
on right, man. So let's get to it, man. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of the Attitude Era, welcome to episode 70 of Yes, We Still Watch Wrestling. It's Shaq, it's Chili, it's Dent. We here. Hey, man, things getting a little spicy. We gonna talk about that. We gonna get to the chamber
Man.
next. We gonna go. Matter of fact, no, let's go straight to the chamber. We'll get to the spice in a second. We'll get to the spice in a second. Let's go to the chamber, man. So, chamber happened Saturday, man. Rhea Ripley won the women's chamber. Randy and the Swerve won the men's chamber. AJ Lee is your new IC champ. We all knew CM Punk was going to retain, but that was a fire interest in regards to the Chicago Bulls. So yeah. So what did y'all overall? What did y'all think of the chamber? What stood out? I don't think. I mean, unless like, I think we should, if we're gonna talk about anything, the matches were the matches. I mean, it wasn't like they were good matches. It wasn't a bad match on the card at all. They were good to great matches, but weren't no classes. But we could talk about the results before. But what stood out to y'all? What did y'all think about the chamber?
That CM Punk and Finn was close. It
To a
was
classic?
close. It was close. It
Mm,
was a very good match. It was close. It's not a classic. It was close. It was the best match on the card easily, but it wasn't a
okay,
classic. It was close.
okay.
Not
I
mad
gotta
with that
rewatch it.
assessment as far as it being best match on the card.
Yeah, yeah, no, I'm not upset with that. I gotta go back and rewatch that match. Let's see if it was close to a classic. It was a great match for sure, though. Great match for certain. Anything else stood out to y'all?
The only surprise was Randy. The only thing I didn't call was Randy winning the chamber.
Yeah, I think we
Everything
all
else
had.
was formulaic for
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
I think we all had Cody penciled in for sure. So to see Randy win was dope. Well deserved. It kind of I give them credit. Some yeah, if we always critique, which is a lot of times is fair, but you got to give them credit. If they were to set up the multi-man match for Mania, this is a hell of a way to get to it. Instead of having Cody win, you have Randy win. So now they're like it's gonna be Randy versus Drew. If y'all don't know, this Friday, they announced it's gonna be Drew versus Cody for the WWE title. You know what I'm saying? Like you still got the whole Jacob Fatu in play. So now we're like, all right, we're getting this multi-man match. Exactly how do we get here though? You know what I'm saying? Exactly how
What
do
if
we
I say I don't think they're gonna do multi-man?
you think they just gonna do Drew versus Randy?
No.
What
Nope.
you what you, what you think they're gonna do?
So I'm just going off the logic, just me thinking that they did multi-man twice last year. And not say it was two main events, but last year one of them was a multi-man tag. Multi-man night one was a multi-man, right?
Yeah, so it was a
Right.
triple
So
threat, but it wasn't for a belt. But go ahead.
still, but what I'm thinking is so that match on Friday, Jacob screws Drew over. So that gives Drew a reason, like, okay, that title can be put on hold. Now I got an issue with Jacob. And we can get the one-on-one match between Drew and Jacob at Mania, and Cody and Randy can have their one-on-one match.
That very well could happen. That very well could happen.
I'm just going off the logic how they did multi-man last year for the main event, even though it wasn't for a belt. They did it last year.
Yeah,
So
I do think
that gives the one-on-one.
that makes total sense as far as, and I think as far as where you won't have to go but so extreme to sell, like Cody and Randy will sell itself with the background story, and
Right.
then
The only issue with Cody and Randy is who's turning heel.
Cody
Mm.
is
That's the only thing I
because
can't figure out is
they've
who's
been
gonna turn heel.
teasing Randy turning heel far too much. We know how you are. We know how. Da, 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 da. Cody turns heel to keep the belt.
Mm.
That's what I think happens.
Mm.
And then you have heel Cody run. I don't because I don't know
Yeah.
respectfully. No one wants to see a Randy title run. I hate to say it, man. Respectfully, like with the utmost
I
respect.
wouldn't mind it, man. I'd give that man
The
Gold Man
utmost
one last
respect.
run with the belt. I wouldn't
Man,
mind it.
give him the belt from Mania to SummerSlam and keep it
Yeah,
moving.
it
You know
don't
what I
have
mean?
to be a
Something like
long
that.
reign. Just get a man the belt, for one last sake before Gunther retires him, like he's gonna do everybody else.
Yeah, like I'm fine with something like that, but man, I ain't trying to see a run. I don't know what stories you about to tell,
He's just a
respectfully.
man. I'm sick, but he's 15. He'll be 15 time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have an issue with you saying Shaq. I could see that too. I, I just I don't know, man. I don't know. I would be cool with both matches. I think I would just hate the pump fake for Drew. As us as fans, like maybe Drew already knows what's about to happen, right? So it's not a pump fake for him. But us as fans being happy that Drew's getting this moment where he gets to either walk in to WrestleMania as champ or be in a championship match that more than likely would be the main event of night one. To go from that to like, and not to say that Jacob Fatu is a step down. We would love to see that match too, but it's not the main event and it's not for a title. You know what I'm saying? It would be like match 4 or 5 or 3 on the card. You know what I'm saying? So that's my only hiccup with that. Other than that, like I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it. You know what I'm saying? And we get that. Cause they've been teasing Cody versus Randy storyline for a minute. I told this to Willie last week. What I would like to see is them have the multi-man match. Randy wins. Randy wins the match. RKO's Cody to win the match again. And then if you want the heel turn from Cody, that's a good way to start. You know what I'm saying? So,
Like
hold on
wait,
real quick.
having say that one more time.
So you have the multi-man match, right? Instead of being a one on like a 1v1, you protect Cody by having the one on the multi-man match. But but Randy pins Cody to win the match. They due to some shenanigans or whatever, and it being a fatal 4-way. And that can kickstart the heel turn if y'all want Cody to turn heel. The fact that Randy beat him to win the title. You know, so because I got Cody walking in the Mania. I don't think it's a scenario. Well, there is a scenario based on what they've been doing, but I think Cody is absolutely walking into Mania as champ. I have Randy. If they do the fatal 4-way, I have Randy winning the match. And that
I
would
got you.
jumpstart Cody's heels turn. Cause you know what I'm saying? Like he might feel like he got to go to another place to actually beat Randy. Cause this is the second time in a row Randy's pinned him. You know what I'm saying? So I would like that rather than a 1v1, but I wouldn't be mad at it. But either way, I do think Randy should win. Whether it's him versus Cody or a multi-man match, I think Randy should win. So we'll see. Give me a second though. Shaq, you muted too.
I'm not mad at Randy winning the belt because I believe that they are getting away from like the longer championship run. Like we're not going to see something like Roman for
Free.
like when I say
We may not be
years.
alive, brother. We
Yeah,
might
when I
not be
say
Never.
years,
alive.
I mean like we're not going to see anything like that.
Never.
They're getting away from the longer run, and I'm okay with that. Like give people the quick run with the belt, switch it off, not really hot potato it, but a good 4 or 5 month reign. That's cool. You see what I'm saying? So I believe they're getting away with that. So give it to Randy for a little bit. As his career is winding down, I have no issue with it whatsoever.
So yeah, like in regards to what you were saying, Shaq, like you would just have to be undeniable to have a long title reign like Roman had. Speaking of which, real quick, did y'all see that clip from non-contact, no contest wrestling where John Cena said what was originally supposed to happen at SummerSlam?
Nah.
So he was on No Contest Wrestling. Shout out to O'Shea and shout out to TJ. He was on No Contact Wrestling where he said the original plan for Roman Reigns and John Cena at SummerSlam was that John Cena was actually supposed to win that match originally. It said originally John Cena was gonna win, and due to some faulty like finish to the match, they was gonna restart the match and Roman was gonna win the title back. And then they said that was the finish of the match until 5 p.m. that day. That they were trying to get Brock Lesnar to make his appearance the whole time, but they couldn't secure him, so that was gonna be the finish of the match until they finally secured Brock Lesnar at 5 p.m. that day. And at 5 p.m. that day, when they finally secured Brock Lesnar, they say, "Hey, we're gonna have Roman win." That Brock Lesnar's gonna come out afterwards, and John Cena was like, "All right, let's do it." But here's the thing: only one spear. And they was like, "What you mean?" It's like only one spear. Hey, if he's gonna beat me, and it shouldn't take 5 spears, 3
Mhm.
spears. So only one spear, and that's it. And that was the finish of the match, and then Brock Lesnar comes out. So shout out to John Cena for that. The other thing is, thank God. And I'm not just saying that just because I'm a Roman Reigns fan. Like, to have like a finisher where John Cena wins and then they restart the match and Roman wins it back, that's trash.
It's a dusty finish, man.
Nah, it's trash. I wouldn't.
Shout out to Brock
Said
Lesnar.
nah.
Shout out to Brock Lesnar and don't got to show up whenever. Just secure them at 5 and show up at what 10? Show up at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, crazy.
The life.
We're gonna see.
The
Man,
life.
I like where we are. I know they're saying WWE is in panic mode, but I like where we are and not being able to 100% predict everything that's gonna happen.
If they just adhere to Shaq's wish list, this would be panic. The panic would be afoot. They just like that. Stop. Careful.
No, go ahead.
That's BWTKO. That's mad corny what y'all doing to all the sports bars and stuff in the area. That's
What you mean?
that's so they put a block on the pay-per-views to anybody in Vegas. Like, so nobody, you know how we used to go to B-dubs to watch the pay-per-views and
Yeah.
whatnot? If you're in a 50,
Yeah, they came out with a
50 mile
report saying
radius of Las Vegas, they put a block on it. You can't go to a public viewing of it.
they put a report, not just Vegas. They put a report out today said ESPN is not happy with that. So I don't think that's gonna last.
So, but their logic was it'll force people to go to the show. No, the fuck it won't. Sorry for cursing.
Here's the issue.
Oh, I go to B-dubs and watch it and spend $30 on food and drinks. But you say I can't go, so now I got to spend $2,000 on tickets. Where the hell is the logic in that?
Well, here's the main issue. I don't know if they thought this part through, but the main issue with that is that ESPN has already advertised that for, even though it's trash, but for the first hour each night, they're going to be live. The first night, ESPN2 for the first hour. The second night, ESPN for the first hour. So if you blocking everybody from watching it, then you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm thinking when you do it at public spaces like that, you have to buy a special license because it's not just like you just buy the pay-per-view and you can show it. It's something like you have to pay a certain amount of money per capacity of your building.
Yeah.
So it's like in order to show the pay-per-view, it's like say like $10 a head or something like that. However, the capacity of your building is times $10 in order for you to show the product.
Right.
So it'll probably just be like for all the restaurants and stuff, not for individual households.
We got a problem.
That's corny, yo. That's real corny.
We got an issue with AJ Lee winning the title before Mania, or we good with it?
We'll probably lose it at Mania again, lose it back during for the rematch.
Okay.
Yeah,
I knew that was gonna happen. Same thing that happened with Cena and Dom. Give it to the vet real quick. Let them run around with it for a week or two, a month or two, and then drop it right back to them.
There's a title change that happened last night. We're gonna get into it later, but we're gonna talk about that after the Chamber. Rhea won the Chamber. So it's officially gonna be Rhea versus Jade. And boy, did things get spicy between them in the past 24 hours. Now, a report came out today, and I had a feeling reading it, like, you know, sometimes you try to judge whether it's a work or whether it's real. Like, yo, this seemed a little different.
It was spicy. It was real.
The report came out today that it was real. And you know what I'm saying? That promo that Rhea cut last night was a little real. You know what I'm saying? Now I imagine it's gonna be like a Tiffany Stratton, kind of like Tiffany Stratton Charlotte type of thing from last year where things got real personal between them, and now we see the unreal cut of Triple H making Tiffany apologize or whatever. But first and foremost, like how we feel about Rhea winning, and second, how we feel about Rhea versus Jade at WrestleMania.
I mean, it's the best match available with the champion you have. Again, there's always some quality in the entertainment of what's real and what's not, as far as whatever they're talking about outside on social media, and it, you know, it's picking up in the news, so that's good. As far as hyping up the match, we'll see what happens on Friday when they're face to face and they finally get their first V1 promo battle, and see if they can pick up some heat. You know, the big issue with last year's Mania match between Tiffany and Charlotte was like whether or not there was going to be some kind of story going into it. And again, that, like we talked about, that real life transition into it and made it a little bit worthwhile. I just hope with that comes a good match.
Yeah.
Speaking of the match, guys, I know we're in a different time, right? I know. I'm very grateful for the women's revolution and all these women, let the women main event, right? I'm all down for that hashtag. But for one night only, guys, let's bring it back. WrestleMania WWE Women's Championship bra and panties match. Let's bring it back, guys.
Boy,
No,
Let's
that's
bring it back.
dead. That's
Let's bring it
dead.
back.
we
That's
Jade versus Rhea
dead. That
match.
is
Let's
are
bring it
not
back.
dead.
in the
That's
1960s, brother.
dead. We are not.
What are you talking about?
We are not operating off of Vince McMahon's pervert. What
Boy,
is
those
it?
days are over, man.
Perversion.
Yeah,
We've
perversion.
grown
bring-
as a
Yeah,
people, brother.
Let's
yeah,
bring
we
Grown as
are
a
not.
people.
That day is dead, man. That is dead. That is dead. We not going back to that. Nah, y'all.
It's
You
all
want to
right.
see a bra and panties match? Just go
I'm
to
about to pay and do it myself.
just go to her just go to her Instagram page. She'll give you prettier
Mhm.
footage if that's what you want to see.
I don't follow her.
But yeah, but anyway, nah. All right. So look, I have me and Willie was talking about this last week. Like, it's the best match to make. And for
Right.
those of you who have a problem with Rhea constantly being the main event or constantly being like in the title match of WrestleMania, here's the thing, right? Rhea don't miss. It's two people who have not missed it lately. And when I say lately, I'm talking about since like WrestleMania 37, 38. And that's Rhea and Bianca. They have not ever missed at Mania. The only subpar match Rhea has ever had at Mania is the one with her and Asuka at WrestleMania 37. And that's because a lot of people didn't like the ending because she turned heel with no explanation. Like, it was just so random. You know what I mean? But that's the only subpar match she's ever had. Like, her and Bianca don't miss. So she deserves to be in the title match at Mania because simply her track record. She has not missed. Not only has she not missed, she's put on classics. And so has Bianca. You know what I'm saying? That's why they always in the midst. So when somebody's tried and prove like that and they constantly put on great to classic performances, then you constantly put them in that spot. And if you want Jade to have a great match at Mania, what better way to do it than put it with somebody who has not missed? That's why the original plan was Bianca. And if you don't have Bianca, who's the next best option? Somebody else who don't miss, Rhea. So I don't have a problem with that at all. My thing to Jade, and I said this last week, and I'm gonna say it again, man. I love Jade. I love Jade. I'm rooting for her. I think we all are, right? But with Jay, especially after that, because if that's not a work, we don't know exactly what's the truth. There could be some truth to what Jade is saying, right? Because this was a complaint about Rhea last year. Now, granted, it was a work, but her complaint, what was the story last year? That Rhea complained her way into the match, right? So it could be some truth to what Jade is saying, or Jade could have been, honestly, Jade could have been playing off the story from last year and Rhea just took it personal. We don't know, right? But this is not the first time somebody has been arrogant having a championship reign. You got your Shawn Michaels, you got your Randy Ortons. Difference between them is that they could back it up in the ring. Their arrogance got a pass. It's almost like Antonio Brown in his prime. Like, Antonio Brown, you knew what he was, but the man, when he was
Hey, that,
He gonna
man.
produce. He
Hey,
gonna
Wait.
produce.
hey, Dan,
Yo.
you a country boy, man. You know that saying. What they say, man? Hit dog gonna holler, right?
hit dog gonna
Yeah,
holler
yeah,
every time.
man.
And that's what she said too. That's what she
Dog
said.
gonna holler.
She said the hit dog gonna holler every time.
What you gonna entertain some bullshit you know ain't true if your blood, sweat, and tears got you where you at? Everyone else
That's
thinks it's
facts.
that. Everyone else
That's
thinks it's that.
facts.
Make
That's
it make
facts.
sense. And I ain't worried about that little shit. Haters
Yeah.
talking. You know what I mean?
Right. Everybody
I
going
knew-
off
I
on
knew it
Jade on
was real
social
when-
media, but like
yeah, when
you just said,
everybody else got involved, that's when I knew it was real. When Piper Niven and everybody started chiming, I
Mhm.
was like, oh, they really don't like Jade.
yeah. Hey,
said,
but look,
She said, I'll be back because by the time I'm off of injury, you'll be done with your next vacation.
yeah,
I was like, damn.
she said that's above your pay grade. I said, yo, but what if it's some truth to what Jade? We don't know, right? So we can't 100% assume she's in the wrong. And there's nothing wrong with her being cocky like this now, but now you have not only just at WrestleMania, but from Friday night till we get to Mania, you have to show out week to week. You have to put on great promos. You know what I'm saying? Like Roman and CM Punk been doing, which we're gonna talk about here in a few. And you got to have the match of your life. Last year, WrestleMania against Naomi, she did well. You know what I'm saying? Was it a classic? No. Was it a great match? Maybe. It was at least a good match, though. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of that was because of Naomi, right? she has to put on the match of her life. And I pray they put a stipulation on this match. I pray they make this like a street
A no
fight
holds
or no
barred
holds
style street
barred.
fight.
Yeah, because we haven't really seen her in that type of match, but not to this degree. So we'll see, man. But I'm happy with it. Jay got a big opportunity, man. Either she
Yeah, she
gonna
gotta step up. Yeah, I agree.
yeah, she gotta this is the time now. This is the time she gotta step in. I'm rooting for her to do so. I hope she does, man. So with that being said, once again, we got Rhea versus Jay. Real quick, Penta won the title last night. I'm gonna get you guys' thoughts on this.
Shout out Danhausen, my boy. Curse that man. Put the
Hey,
baby
y'all.
GBs on that boy, man.
Hey, fans, if y'all could have seen Dent's face at Elimination Chamber when Danhausen debuted, me and Willie were laughing because we get it. Like, we know what Danhausen is, right?
I know who he is too.
Dent was just like, yo, what is it? Was like,
I knew who he, I know I seen like I watched AEW, like I knew who Danhausen was. I just nah,
Dent
dawg,
was
I'm just not.
Dan
I'm
is
just
not
not.
in agreement with it.
I'm not in agreement with it, man. I'm not so now. Granted, I don't want to hate on him. I know he's a comedy act. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give him a fair chance. Is this not when you got this big surprise element and we got all these factors? He was just the last person I wanted to see. I'm gonna just be honest, but I wish they would have debuted him differently. Honestly, he could have just showed up on Monday Night Raw last night and it would have been cool. They ain't have to do all that. You
anybody
know what I'm
that shows
saying?
up in the box is automatically over. You
Man,
heard
he
what my man
showed he
said.
showed up. You know what it reminded me of is he
The
showed up like
gobbledygooker.
he showed up like what's my man Call Your Mama when
Oh,
he
sorry.
debuted with Naomi and
Big Bagger. What's his
uh
name?
what's his name was it brother Brody
Brodus Clay.
son?
Yeah,
Otis
Brodus
Clay.
Clay.
Yeah, that's what reminded me of. It came out with the dancers at WrestleMania on stage and so I call your mom, call my mom and all this
The
other stuff.
Funkasaurus.
I'm
He
like,
coming
come
out to
on,
earn
man.
his theme
The,
song.
funk,
Like,
the
come on.
Funkasaurus?
The Funkasaurus. Top 5 worst characters of all time, dog. Absolutely horrible, but we got Naomi out of it, so it is what it is. But Penta. So I'm very happy for Penta, and it was a long build up to him winning the title. Like it's been like a year chase to him winning the title, right? The reason why I have mixed feelings, and I'm gonna see what you guys think, is they're obviously doing Finn versus Dom at Mania.
Mhm.
And I felt like that match should have been for the IC title. And Finn should have been the one to take it away. Now, granted, they're gonna have the match either way. They just gotta continue to build a hell of a story. But once again, I'm happy for Penta. I'm not saying Penta didn't deserve it. He absolutely deserves it. I'm happy for him. And maybe it's because I wanted to see Lucha versus Usos, but we'll get that another time. It is what it is. They're more than likely gonna do the Usos versus the Vision at Mania.
That's at Saudi. Lucha Bros versus Usos is going to be in Saudi.
I could see that. I could see that. But what are y'all thoughts on Penta winning, man? Y'all cool with it? Do y'all feel like because people?
It's story purposes, story driven wins.
Yeah,
I rocks with Penta. I don't mind.
Yeah, it makes
Yeah.
sense. It's going to pit him. That'll be the multi-man match at Mania. They'll probably
Mhm.
lead into the story with him.
yeah.
I doubt probably the El Grandes will have their own match at Mania, probably during that first hour or something like that.
Yeah, the original
Yeah.
versus the new El Grande.
Yeah.
They'll have their one-on-one match.
I do
Shout
want
out
to say
to-
I do disagree with them having the match Finn versus Dom for the IC title, because then Finn is going to win.
Mhm.
With Finn, that the Finn having the IC title does not help him as much as the win itself helps him. Like pitting the title on him, the IC title on him, just brings him back down a rung after just competing for the world title. Like I think they want to keep him in that world title picture because one, I think that's where he belongs.
Absolutely.
But then two, like he's been outside of it doing everything else but that for so long, where
Yeah.
it's just directly noticeable now, and people want that from him, want some kind of title run, or to have him more frequently in, the title picture.
That's where I'm at. That's the fear. He absolutely deserves to be in the world title run. I mean, picture. The question is like, would they pull the trigger and actually put the belt on him at any point? And I think that's the fear, like that he gonna have this feud with Dom, and then nothing happens with him after that. So that's why I think that's for me. That's
Well,
why I
he's
would
going
have
to be
liked.
turning face. I can imagine Randy or Cody's turning heel. He can go
Yeah,
into that since I'm figuring the draft is going to be coming up after Mania. So people are
yeah,
going to be moving around. So I
yeah.
think there's a lot of stories for him in the world title picture after that
Don't be
Mania
surprised though.
Mania match.
Don't be surprised though if Dom win this match. Don't be surprised if the storyline is built on JD picking a side and JD picks a side with Dom and stay in
Dang.
Judgment Day. So don't be surprised, especially that and that might be why they didn't do it for the IC title. That might be why. We don't know, but don't be surprised if Dom wins this match. But
That's a good point.
yeah, but
I
shout
can see
out,
that. I like that.
yeah, shout out to Penta though, man.
Yeah,
He definitely
definitely. I'm
deserves.
happy for his win.
Absolutely. He definitely deserved that, man. Two more things and then we out of here. Did y'all see if Willie saw this? I know he had the biggest smile on his face when he saw this. Did y'all see how Undertaker cooked up what's her man named Michael from the Freebirds? Well, I can't
Michael
never think
Hayes.
Michael
you
Hayes.
y'all ain't see that? Oh my, I wish I could share my screen right now, but pretty much when we if we cut this clip out, I'm gonna insert the clip of Taker's podcast. So on Taker's podcast, Michael Hayes was a guest, right? And they was talking about some things from Unreal. One of the episodes, if y'all have not seen Unreal, one of the episodes was about Chelsea Green and them being in the creating room, the writers' room or whatnot, and talking about how pretty much they was gonna go from the belt from Zelina Vega to Chelsea Green, and they were saying how they think Chelsea Green has it or whatever. And Michael Hayes on Netflix on Unreal specifically was like Chelsea Green is not a top star because her job is to put over the top stars, right? That's her job is to make the top stars, right? And to make them look good. And she excels at it and does it with a smile. So he said the same thing. Undertaker brought it up and he said the same thing on Undertaker's podcast. And Undertaker just chuckled. And he kind of looked at it, he was like, he said, I think, he said, I'm gonna just say, Undertaker was like, look, I'm gonna just say my 2 cents. I think she's underused. I think she's underutilized. And Michael, he was
I
like,
think I've seen this, but go ahead, continue.
yeah, he was like, she has it. And Michael Hayes was like, yeah, I agree. She's, you know what I'm saying? Undertaker was like, if she had a little bit of a mean streak, she probably could be the biggest star in the women's division. And Hayes was like, I agree. And Undertaker was like, I can't tell. Kind of threw shade at him. And he was like, hey, he said, there's some other companies that know how to use her, that would know how to use her for real. So what do y'all, that's the short version of it. But what do y'all think about
That's
that?
funny.
Is Taker right? Is Taker right?
Yeah, definitely. She is underused, but I mean, the fact that she's still being used while injured says, I mean, I can't say she's being but so underused.
Yeah.
But I think when they're talking about when she's being underused, meaning like in the world title picture,
Yeah,
in the
that's
women's
what they,
side, that's what they really mean in the grand scheme.
yeah.
Because since like she's been in the U.S. women's title picture since she's really gotten back involved on the main title scene, she's been bouncing around in NXT, being used consistently. But I think the issue is she is deserving of that world title top tier opportunity, which she has not yet got.
Yeah. Yeah, she hasn't gotten it. Shaq, what you think?
I mean, is Taker correct? But this is also an issue where everybody can't go. If you want to quote the name of the album, like
Yeah.
everybody can't go. Like this is one of the downfalls of having a loaded roster with so much talent.
Mhm.
Everybody can't be in the main title picture. Like
Yeah.
sometimes you're gonna have some A-level talent that gotta play, mid-level for a minute. And until we clear some space and then you get moved up. Unfortunately, that's one of the downfalls of being in such a large company with so many dope people.
Yeah, I
Like
agree.
everybody keep talking about LA Knight. LA Knight, same issue. Just he over, people
Yeah,
fuck.
Hey,
It's
yeah,
just
that was
I don't know about that. Too many
well,
people up top. I don't know about all that.
what
I don't
did
know
he
about all
say,
that.
Willie? What did he
Hey,
say,
bro.
Willie? Yeah.
Hey, bro.
well,
LA Botch, my boy
Hey,
LA
dog, that
Botch.
dog,
yeah.
that was the funniest moment of the entire dog. I could not stop laughing. And now it was even funnier when you see the clip of Randy Orton laughing. I ain't gonna lie though. that segment last night on in the beginning of Raw reminded me of like the Attitude Era where like random
Yeah.
people would just pop up out of nowhere. Like him popping up as a driver for the
Yeah, that
ambulance was
was.
hilarious. I ain't gonna lie, that was hilarious, man. But yeah, shout out to Chelsea Green, man. I agree with Taker. I do think she has it. I do think she's worthy of a world title run. But to your point, Shaq, there's a lot of people in line for that, which brings me to my next point. I seen a graphic today. What's up?
And can wrestle. Like I'm gonna say this: who who would you rather see with the title run, Tiffany Stratton or Chelsea Green?
Chelsea Green.
Tiffany.
Bruh, Tiffany is mid, bruh, on the mic.
I know though. Oh, whoa. I love Tiffany. I love Tiffany. You know, I coined the term top five Tiffany.
Top 5 Tiffany, dog.
Tiffany is nice, and I don't mean to say she's just mid on the mic, and I don't mean to insult her like that, but it's. I think Chelsea is a better character overall.
Yeah,
And
I
can
agree with
wrestle
that.
too. And not to say Tiffany does not have a good character and can't wrestle. She can do both of those. I think, in my opinion, Chelsea's just.
The only
But
thing
she
with
just doesn't
Tiffany,
get that. She was never brought in to be the chosen one. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
she's more of a complete wrestler than a complete package as what you want in a sports entertainment. Chelsea Green is a definition of sports entertainment. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I agree with you. I would rather see, and plus we've seen Tiffany be champ before. We haven't seen that with Chelsea.
This is the other part of this, and I want you to keep this in mind.
Mhm.
This is WWE we're talking about. Right?
Yeah.
They have their chosen ones. They are now in the business of where, yeah, we will poach from the outside, the independents and the other,
Mhm.
major promotions. Take
Mhm.
wrestlers from there. uh, But for the slimmest of exceptions there, really Cody Rhodes, I don't know who else, they determine who their stars are, meaning they come from within. When you think about everybody, and I'm talking about sans NXT, from that
Mhm.
point on, that's like the within journey. Then you PC as it's grown. Like you have
Mhm.
the PC people, they matriculated to NXT, then in turn the main roster, and now they are your biggest stars now. Seth Rollins, those are the tweeners where they have their Ring of Honor, their independence. That was like the beginning of the end of that. But now they're chosen people, you know what I mean? Or who's next up are the people who are homegrown through the PC.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I guarantee you would not know Javon is not a PC kid. Unless someone told you that. You would not know that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it comes across as he's a homegrown, internally developed product.
Right.
Tiffany
Mhm.
Stratton is a homegrown from college to that. Like that
Yeah.
filtration. That's how they're building their stars. Braun Breaker. Everyone who
Mhm.
they're deeming the next people, next up, those are your internal the people they choose. So I say that to say, like, and I went on the old spill as to why Chelsea Green may not be that person because she was not talking about her and Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton was chosen from the get-go. Recruited.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has the look, she has everything. Chelsea had to
Yeah.
do it the different route.
Yeah.
Get hired, get fired, to come back, get fired again probably, and come back
Mhm.
again. You know what I mean? Like, so I can
Yeah.
it's just I don't know any way to explain it. Like she deserves more from that world title, perspective, but it's difficult for those from the outside looking in unless you're deemed as chosen. There are the some exceptions. Your Cody's, Io Sky, like the
Yeah.
wrestlers who you have no choice but to pit in there because they are that big of a name or that big of a draw when it comes to what you're trying to.
There's only off the top of my head, there's only 4 names that I would probably wanna see right now with the title more than Chelsea, and that's Bianca, Rhea. Well, I mean, would not want to see more than, but I think that was the wrong term. But like more deserving, or like more of like a better character, and vice versa, whatever. I would say Naomi, Bianca, Rhea, and Becky. Those are 4 off the top of my head. Other than that, I think Chelsea's in that top 5. I think to your point, she's as more deserving as anybody. You know what I'm saying? I would much rather see her than Tiffany because I already seen Tiffany as champ. And the thing about Tiffany is that wrestlers like Tiffany. They have to have great the classic matches to make their reign memorable. We have to go back and look at their matches. Chelsea's gonna give us moments. Chelsea's gonna create stories. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm very interested to see what she could do with a belt. Yeah, man. Some people in line though, which brings me to my next point. I seen a graphic today. I want to ask y'all a question. My answer is no, but I want to see what y'all think. This, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but this WrestleMania is going to be the first WrestleMania in which none of the four horsewomen will be competing for a title since like WrestleMania 32, I believe. So the first time in 10 years. So is it officially the end of the four horsemen? Well, obviously we say four horsewomen, but obviously Mercedes Moné is never coming back to WWE no time soon. But so we really just talk about Bailey, Becky, and Charlotte. But is it the end of that era as far as them consistently competing for a title year after year? Is that era with?
Yeah, it is like from the consistent standpoint. I'm pretty sure they'll win some titles here and there, and
Yeah,
then they
it's
have some
sprinkled in,
mania
but not
matches.
consistently year after year.
Yeah. Again, they're on the back end of man. Like again, no worries, Seth and Roman, they'll be joining them soon enough in
Mhm.
the next couple of years with Braun, Oba. The future is coming up slowly but surely, man. So, with the women's, I think it's a little quicker than with the
Mhm.
men's. But
Yeah.
but yeah, no, yeah, it's over with.
Imma say no, and the reason why Imma say it's not over is strictly because of Becky Lynch. I think Becky Lynch is the absolute best in WWE female locker room right now, and when I say that, I'm not just talking about wrestling, I'm talking about the absolute complete package, talking, wrestling, putting people over, moments, rivalries. She is the go-to. You know what I'm saying? She's put over whoever you want to put over. She made Live Valkyrie, even though they fumbled that since then. But it's almost like they wasted Becky time with that. Like you did all this to put her over, and you've done nothing with Lyra since. But she's put over people. Like she's probably the best women's wrestler in WWE right now. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's only a matter of time before she gets one of those belts back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she'll be back in the world title picture
Yeah,
eventually,
yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm
So
definitely
I could
not denying that.
Right. I could see her being in one of those world title pictures next year. Now, to y'all's point, we could be on the back end of it because you also got your Naomi's who's gonna be back soon. You got and shout out to her. I think she's 9 months officially now. So wishing them a successful
Yeah,
childbirth for
word,
sure.
yes.
Naomi, you got Bianca who's coming back very soon. And of course, Rhea, Io, stuff like that. So you got people in front of them, so it very well could be. But I think because of Becky and what she means to WWE, she's kind of like in that. She's in that. I don't know. She might be in that Cody role as far as like the women's division. You know what I'm saying? I think they just needed her to make the
So is
IC
she the
title relevant.
captain?
Yeah, she the
She the
captain. She
captain, huh?
really is. Yeah, I think she is. I think she for the women. I think she QB1 right now. It's between her and Rhea. It's between her and Rhea, whichever one you want to pick. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, that's interesting. But I wouldn't if somebody said no, I wouldn't disagree. I think if it's not over, it's strictly because of Becky Lynch. Strictly. So and I don't see her momentum down anytime. So yeah, last thing and we're gonna get up out of here. Roman and Punk had another promo last night. And things is once again
Hey
getting
man, Roman
spicy.
about to crucify that man, boy.
Pack your
Never.
mans up.
Boy.
Pack him up.
My man, Roman about to smoking all that CM Punk
Pack
pack, man.
him
Never.
up.
Never.
Him up. It's over. It is over. And do you know what I thought about last night? You know what I thought about, yo, when I watched the promo? First and foremost, what I would like to imagine happen is they pretty much gave them no script. Like, you know how they used to say back in the day, like Jericho
Ain't
didn't
no
have a
way you
script.
ain't gonna you gonna diss my daddy without me knowing ahead of time. I
No, no,
guarantee you
no.
that much.
That was definitely
Yeah.
agreed upon.
You don't get no
Yeah,
kind of
that
green
Line.
light like that.
yeah, that's agreed upon.
Without
But
being
for the most
informed
part,
before.
freestyle, but based on these points. We're gonna make these points and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, that the only thing that wasn't like only thing that was known and was agreed upon was the father line, the dead daddy line. That
Yeah. Cause his
everything else was fair game.
Yeah, I think everything else was fair game, man. But this is First of all, this is what's needed. Like this rivalry, it has to be personal. It has to be personal. I like the fact that they highlighted Roman. I like the fact that Roman made the correction in regards to like, nah, you
Yeah,
ain't pick
him and
me.
the
You picked
Shield. Yeah.
you picked the other two. You ain't pick me. Like I'm just waiting for him to bring up the fact that he wanted Cassius. What was the name? Oh no.
His name is Chris Hero. We are not. Drew, don't say the name Cassius.
No,
at
the time in
name is
NXT,
Chris Hero.
his name was Cassius. Oh no, if I'm not mistaken.
No,
One of
he
Cassius.
wanted to
Oh no.
bring in Chris Hero, and they brought him in and changed his name. It was Chris Hero. His name is Chris Hero. We would not call him.
All I know is the man that Velveteen Dream knocked out in 20 seconds. Cassius Ohno.
It's Chris. His name is
Cassius
Chris
Ohno.
Hero.
But
His name is Chris Hero.
But man, it's a debate right now in regards to who won the promo. I don't really care about who won the promo. If you ask me my pick, I probably Punk, but I don't really care about that. It was just a heater.
I mean, Roman
of
won
a
the
promo.
first one, and Punk won the second one, man. Look.
That's how I look at it. That's what I told Shaq today. I think Roman won the first one, Punk won the second one. So we gonna see how this builds up. But what did y'all think of the promo last night? You think it matched up to the first one, or?
No, the first one was better. The first promo was
See,
better.
that's how I felt. I've heard people say this one was
better.
better. I thought the first one was better.
This wasn't far off though, but the first one was better.
Yeah.
But I told you today when I saw you in the hallway, I was like, "Hey, your man held his own." And like,
I don't know why you surprised.
No issues with you.
I don't know why you surprised. You saying he held his own like you ain't expected him to.
Hold on. Not many people can do that against CM Punk. Let's not act like that. Like CM Punk is not one of the greatest talkers.
So you ain't going.
Yeah, let's not do that. Like it's just a given. CM Punk.
I'm not talking about CM Punk. I didn't say a word about CM Punk. I said you act like you surprised about Roman Reigns.
I was.
Hey, you shouldn't have been. Your tribal chief is made for this. He's built for this.
My tribal chief.
Your tribal chief is built for these moments.
I'm not Native American. I don't have a chief.
Yeah, no. I'm not talking about CM Punk. I'm not talking about CM Punk. I'm talking about your tribal chief. He's built for these moments, man. I don't know why you surprised.
Acknowledges Robert Parrish.
I'll be surprised if he didn't. This ain't Seth Rollins. This ain't Drew McIntyre. This is your tribal chief, the head of your table. Make sure you send him an invite to the wedding, man. Hey, Roman Reigns, he's getting married later on this year. We'll make sure you got a seat at the table. We got you. We got you, big dog.
Table is my
the head of the
I don't know why you surprised. Man, pack CM Punk up, man.
Yeah, once he said I'm gonna bury you with your daddy, that's yeah, man. This is
and then
you about to get like three or four spears in a row.
All that's gonna happen is I should be
gonna get pit through a table.
Next time they're talking, Roman is gonna say something about Larry.
Yeah, everybody been saying that online.
Yeah,
I hope it. The fact that everybody been saying it online, I hope it doesn't happen.
He's gonna say something about Larry.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
I hope he diverts from that just simply because everybody been wanting.
I know everybody to talk about your bitch ass dead dog. I ain't gonna talk about your bitch ass dead dog because it's a bitch ass dead dog. Moving on.
Right, Karen, just like that. Cause that's what everybody online been saying. Like that's all I've been seeing today. Oh, Larry next. Like, nah, forget Larry. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey,
keep it.
When you edit this, if you use this clip I just did, bleep out everything but the dog. That's gonna make it funny. It's like it is beep 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 dog, and it's a beep beep dog.
The timestamp for that is at 36 minutes. Right, 36 minutes is the timestamp.
I'm locked in. I'm locked in on this match, man. But before we get out of here, give me one match that hasn't been announced that y'all would like to see at Mania.
Oba versus Brock.
We definitely talked about that last week. We definitely talked about that Oba versus Brock.
Well, I just don't know if they do that. I want that to happen. I don't know if they do that at Mania.
Well, report came out today that Gunther's match is still undecided for Mania. Like they still don't know like who's going to be his opponent. They got
who's going to be his victim. He can't lose.
Yeah, Victor. Hey, shout out, boy, what he did to Dragon Lee last night. You might as well say he wrote him off of TV. Might as well say he got written off of TV. We said see Dragon Lee for the next couple months.
He must be going on vacation.
Vacation. Hey, thank you for your services. We highlighted you for 3 weeks on Monday Night Raw.
Depending on what happened yesterday, that means Paul gonna be off TV for a while, right?
Yeah, that's how I looked at it.
Yeah,
That's what I
he gonna be
figured.
off TV
Mhm.
for a while. Yeah, for
Probably a
So
sure.
what's
couple
gonna happen?
weeks until closer
What's
to
gonna happen to
Mania.
the Vision?
The division, dog. It's going crazy, man. What's going on with them? But we're gonna see what happens with them. Yeah, Willie talked about Over versus Brock last week, hoping that happens, man. I honestly, in regards to a match, I don't necessarily have a particular match. I just hope that they don't leave Javon, Trick, and Oba off the card. I don't see a scenario where they leave Oba off the card, but Javon and Trick, I hope they find a way to put
With
them on the card.
WrestleMania being 2 nights, now I don't see it. The one night, they'll be in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal or something, but 2 nights, I
They
don't
don't do
see
that
them.
at Mania. They don't do that at
That's
Mania
what
no
I was
more.
like, that's like if it was back to the one night thing,
Yeah.
yeah, they'll be in the Battle Royal or something, but I don't see
You don't see them being on the card, or you don't see them not being
them
on the
left
card?
off. I don't see them being left off, not
Um,
but 2 nights.
yeah, I just hope and shout out Javon did an interview last night on Raw, and it reminded me of what I was saying. Like because his charisma, because of his personality, man, like he's drawing in those young black
Young
WWE
kids, man.
fans,
Yeah.
the young kids, man. And a lot of people not hip. Like I was watching one of Santi clips, and he was like, "What is Yer? Like, is this Yer's attempt to start the Yeet movement?" I'm like, Santi, Yer has been around since Snoop was saying it on the wire in Baltimore. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you've been around, but he's introducing people to the young black culture, you know what I'm saying? So I just hope they don't lead them too off the card, man. Shout out to both of them. They did
Yeah,
well at
true.
the chamber for sure, man. They both had
Sucks
good
they
performances.
they didn't have any pins themselves. It would nice to see them get a pin or something coming
I
out of the
actually look
chamber.
Yeah, I actually low key, I enjoyed the fact that they both took their sweet time with their entrances, yeah. I actually enjoyed that. Like, it's so whoa.
Pardon? Pardon?
Okay.
Pardon? Your pardon?
Hey, yeah, that was about to
I
be
beg your
crazy.
pardon?
That was about to
Okay.
be crazy, yeah. Oh man, but take it every single second of the moment, dog. Every single second of the moment. We had to change that segment around. Yeah. Enjoy that moment, man.
Good cleanup, sir. Good
Your
cleanup.
first PLE, man. I actually enjoyed it. I know at one point Triple H told the ref, "Hey, get that man Javon Evans
Come say, hey, wrap it up. Wrap it up.
They did something like between the end of the last match and the start of the chamber, it was 37 minutes of ads and entrances.
Interest is out in mind, but the ass is just crazy, dog. You get 3 minutes of just silence. I mean, well, elevator music, and then you got the whole promo. Like it's crazy what they're doing right now, man. I'm praying they don't do this for WrestleMania, bro. I really.
Oh, brother. The ad
Brother,
revenue for WrestleMania.
how you think they making that first hour free, bro?
Yeah,
Huh?
that first hour was gonna be ad heavy.
You think
My
You
God,
might
think
get
I
you're
one
right.
match in
you
that whole
might get
first hour.
right.
one match and a half a
You
match
might
going
get
into
You're
one match.
right. That
These
is
crazy
absolutely why they making
Yeah.
that first hour free. I ain't even
It's
think
selling
about
ads
that.
like it's a Super Bowl right about now. You
WWE,
crazy?
I should be ashamed of themselves. MJF said it perfectly. MJF was like, "You ain't got to sell the soul of your firstborn son to get an AEW ticket." You know what I'm saying? Like this is insane, bro. It's crazy. Man. Shaq, you got anything for us, bro? Or we out of here.
Absolutely not.
All right, well, we out of here, man.
Absolutely not.
We out of here, man. But appreciate y'all for locking in with us for
Yeah, man.
episode 70,
Always
man.
love.
Make sure y'all follow us, man. We on Instagram, we on YouTube. Shout out, I didn't say this last week, but shout out to y'all, man. It may not seem like a lot to y'all, but it's a lot to us. We at 110 subscribers. We reached over 100 subscribers like a few weeks ago. So appreciate y'all, man. TikTok, we've been getting a lot of love on TikTok, a lot of engagement on TikTok, man. So shout out to y'all. YouTube, we getting a lot of views and comments up there. We just need y'all Instagram people to catch up, man. We popping on YouTube and TikTok right now. Instagram, we just need y'all to follow suit. But make sure we on, like I said, YouTube, we on Spotify as well. Make sure you like and subscribe to the content, man. But in the meantime, we out. Y'all be blessed. Enjoy the rest of your week and be safe out here, man.
Be safe, y'all. Love y'all, man.
Peace.
Peace.